Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining me. I do hope you're all doing well. Right, we're back in Utopia today. A couple of things to talk about before I get going in the episode. Firstly, I appreciate your comments and your feedback on every matter, of course. But one thing that has come up again is the volume of my voice. So what I'm doing today, I'm trying a different microphone. So I usually use a freestanding microphone, and I think the problem with that is that my voice, my mouth is not right next to the microphone all the time. So what I'm doing today is I'm using my headset that I use. So the microphone is attached to my face. So you'll have to let me know if this works okay, if you can hear me better or worse, and then we can make adjustments going forwards. If I have to buy a new microphone, a better quality one, or one that I can adjust to get closer to my mouth, then that's what I'll do. But I'm hoping this might do the job. So yeah, please do let me know about that. The other thing to talk about is that I am still quite poorly, so I apologise if I sound a bit off today. Yeah, so I'm recording this on Sunday. The last of my pre-recorded episodes has just gone out this morning. So I really wanted to try and get a couple recorded today if I could. So yeah, I have been very poorly for the last few days, but I'm slowly getting a bit better. So hopefully I can survive long enough to to record a couple of episodes today. Right, let's crack on. Oh, one really good suggestion actually that has come through in the comments. Gardening for Health and Wellbeing suggested over here, talking about the flamingo habitat, is that I do like a hotel. So I think that's a really good idea. So thanks for that. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to do an actual hotel, of course, but what I'll do, where this rock edge comes in, I'll bring it over here, and I'm going to do like a fake front to a hotel that disappears back into the rocks. And I'll bring the pathway up here or around here or whatever. And I think that will make quite a nice backdrop to this flamingo habitat. I'll probably widen it out a bit. I might even move some of this and just bring the rocks more along the back here. But anyway, we'll move on to that at some point. Today, I really want to get all this this habitat finished off. I think it was Super Ghost UK. I think you commented on the Jaguar still being able to escape. You said about jumping off the path. I assume you mean this one. And yes, you are completely correct. I haven't finished here yet. So that is something that I'm going to do now, because obviously I want this to look nice and solid up here. So let's crack on with that. Now what I was thinking of putting up here was some nice solid wall. So I'm just going to see if I can manipulate this around this doorway to get it looking nice and solid and safe. There, I think that's pretty decent. And then I guess realistically they would have quite a high wall kind of coming right in like that, wouldn't they? Kind of, yeah, I think kind of disappearing into the undergrowth there. I think that makes sense. And then actually what I might do here, I might put some little windows like this. Just wondering what that will look like from this side and whether that might, because I don't really want to block the view too much, but you've got to be realistic, and that you wouldn't want the animals being able to escape. Yeah, I quite like that. And then maybe a solid one at the end there. Or actually no, let's get rid of that. Let's put an angled piece. Let's go with that. Yeah, that looks good. Excellent. Right, now let's go glass. Let's fill the gaps. No, that's the non-see-through stuff. I just want some nice simple glass to fill here. No. Yes, here we go. This is what I want. I guess I just need the really big pieces, don't I? Let's just go. Here we go. Big and square. Let's go with that. It's quite hard to see where that is. I think that's in the middle. Oh, it's sticking out the top. Let's bring that down. Here we go. I mean, most of this is going to get hidden with foliage, but the idea is solid. You know, that it provides a bit of visibility. Let's just bring that right down to there. Quite like that. It looks like old foundations of something. And then I can always decorate that with some nice ivy, can't I? Now I've got to think about this side as well, actually, because quite clearly they'd be able to get out here, wouldn't they? Yeah, something like that, I reckon. Yeah, they're not going to go anywhere now, are they? They're not, you know, if they're jumping over there, they're not getting out, are they? Cool. It's not ideal. I didn't really want to have to do that, but, you know, I want a bit of realism in the game. You know, because you don't really, you're not going to see much from here anyway, because it's going to be covered with trees. So really, if you want to be looking at the habitat, you've got all of this around here to be looking at the habitat. So this bit here doesn't really matter too much. So let's just do a little bit of rock work first, and then I'll move on to foliage. So all I want to do here is just a little bit of rocks just under this bit. Something like that. So all of this is going to be foliage. That's my plan, all around this outside area here. So what I want to try and find is something with some good dense foliage like that. Preferably, yeah, something that's quite short. See, something that can be kind of sunk into the ground like this, and hopefully not show too much at the very bottom. I don't mind some gaps, because I'll put a few rocks under there as well. It's quite tricky, this, actually. I'm just wondering. If I could maybe do a bit of tilting. No, it's not quite working. Let's find something else. I need something that's more solid. There we go. That's pretty solid, isn't it? What have we got? Yeah, look at this. This is better. Fantastic. And I can kind of mix it up a little bit. The main point is I don't want it sticking through the pathway. I've got to make sure, yeah, so we are getting a few roots showing underneath. I wonder if I could do what I was just thinking, actually. Hang on. God, this camera angle is tricky to work out here. Let's just reel this back. See, this is what I'm thinking. If I can angle it more like this. think that kind of works, doesn't it? And then I can kind of blend in a few other bits and pieces with it as well, just to vary up the textures. But yeah, this kind of creates that coverage that I was after. I just want the whole thing to look incredibly green here, basically. That's my plan. And like I said, having these raised walkways, they do work in many ways, but they do present you with that slight issue of what you do underneath them all the time. And that's, yeah, it's hard to be super creative with these things. And there's only so many different ways of plugging the gaps underneath. Just hope this looks okay. I quite like it. I quite like it. It's all kind of hanging down. I do like the look of that, actually. It looks nice. Just adds to the jungle feel, doesn't it, when you're down here? Right, let's keep going with this. It's really hard to do this where you can't quite get into the gaps and see where you're actually placing stuff. It doesn't need to be solid, obviously. I don't mind some gaps. As long as it doesn't look like the pathway's floating, that's the main concern. Don't mind a few little bits poking through like that onto the pathway. Just don't want it too much. Let's just try and flatten this out. It's a bit easier to move it then. Right, then we move out to here. I'll probably do some more rocks under most of this here. So I think what I'll do is kind of bring this out and around the edge here. Let's just zoom out and have a look. Yeah, I think if I can continue this along along this bit. I'm going to be putting a whole load of trees on here as well, of course. But I quite like having this as a kind of a base to work with. Right, let's come out and have a look at that. Yeah, I think that works really nice actually. So then what you need is a little bit of different stuff. I'll tell you what, actually I quite like these, so I could easily get one or two of these, I think, kind of growing out of here. You can get these. That's probably leaning a bit too much, but you get the idea. Try and make sure again that it doesn't look like it's floating. Lovely. Let's get another one over here. Quite like putting them at quirky angles, these ones. They just seem to, they kind of lend themselves to quirky angles. That's good. Again, I don't want to go over the top. I just want it to look, don't know what's the word, jungly. That's the word. What else have we got? Quite like some of these things actually. Maybe just a couple of these poking out. It's going to be a bit tricky there actually. This side is going to be more like all these trees over here, so I don't really want them over there. I just wonder if there's space here just to get one of these in here. Can you actually see where it's growing from? No, not really, so that's fine. It looks pretty cool coming out of the greenery there. Okay, I'm pretty happy with how that's looking. So over here, let's just quickly fill in. Now, where's my little patterning? That'll do. Let's just continue with some of this rock work along here. I guess I'll bring that kind of all the way to about here. Something like that. I wonder if I could probably, yeah, I could see I could kind of pop a few bits in like this, can't I? And it adds to that feeling of the rocks being there as a support structure. Yeah, actually that looks really nice having that extra bit of rock work there. It's just kind of working in the background there, just making the whole thing look a bit more solid. In fact, I tell you what, yeah, you could have, yeah, that looks nice actually, having these little bits of rock kind of poking out like that all the way around. I wonder, could just sink a few bits kind of in here. Just adds to the layers, doesn't it? It's amazing when you start just playing around with stuff like this. I don't always plan stuff in advance. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just go with the flow and little things like that crop up and you think, oh, wish I'd thought of that to start with. Just get a couple more bits in there. And maybe just a little bit over here. And then I think we're nearly done with the rocks, at least after that. Quite like that it's just blending the different areas together as well, actually. Okay, how are we looking then, foliage-wise? I'm pretty happy with this edge now, around the back here. So I need to do over here. So what I was thinking here, so this needs foliage. So again, if I can have these trees. Let's find out. Let's try and get it roughly upright. Actually, no. Do you know what? This area here, what does this need? This needs, oops. This needs ferns. Not like that. No, it doesn't. It needs bracken. That's what it needs. Try and keep this looking fairly open until the trees will go in. Let's just have a look at ivy and whether I want some ivy on here. See that's the old ivy and it's not brilliant. I like this newer ivy, but it's not very big. I really wish they'd made some nice big pieces of it. Or you've got you've got this stuff. Actually, I might do a bit of this. Let's not go overboard with it. I do like this ivy. It's very green. Yeah, you can't change the colour. No, that's fine. Actually, that's really all it needs. It's just that little bit of texture, and then I could probably do similar around here. And get a few bits like this. Don't want it to go over the top. I'd like to think that they'd maintain it quite well and it wouldn't end up completely covered in ivy. Right, let's just duplicate this, I think, in here. Oh, let's get rid of the align to surface, don't like that. So we'll just get a bit of this in here, and then we'll have all the trees mainly in that area. And then again over here. So you just got a bit of an underbrush of bracken before the trees go in, and then the trees are going to be duplicated from over here. So do I want to do this area here? I probably do, actually. Yes, I'll probably tell you what, let's very quickly just let's come out of there. Let's just do this bit here as well, actually, while I'm thinking about it. Okay, now let's come into here and start getting a few of these trees down. So again, I don't want it to look too crowded with trees. But enough that it's covered. You don't want to be seeing all the rocks. Some of them, yes, but not too many. Kind of want to spoil the view a little bit, because you want to see glimpses through here, but you don't want it to be completely exposed. Right, what else we got? Got these lovely big orange ones. Definitely like these. Let's get one over here and here. Just keep checking the angles, make sure it's looking good. See, I might leave this bit open. I quite like having the windows there. Need some more green. What else have we got here? Black spruce. What's this one? Monkey puzzle. Let's get a monkey puzzle in. Ooh, hang on, getting disorientated here. There we go. Let's get a monkey puzzle in over here. And see if I can squeeze one in. Yeah, let's get a monkey puzzle in that hole there. Now, what's going to go in here? Definitely not a monkey puzzle there. Well, I might try and squeeze another one in there. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do in that little triangle. Do I want a monkey puzzle there? No, probably not. Okay, let's have a look. Let's just scan around it and see what we think. I think I'm pretty happy with how that's all looking. Yeah, I think I'm very happy with this actually now. I think that's all looking pretty good. So the last thing to do will be a bit of lighting. So what I might do with that, because I do love these little palm trees that I made. Did I, or did I not do another version? I did, didn't I? I did these ones. Right, let's see what we think about these ones. Maybe these could continue along here. Bit of greenery poking through there. I may just try and adjust that a little bit, but it's not terrible. And then I've got to work on lighting in the habitat as well. Right, let's go with that for now. Let's just put it to night time and see what it looks like. I don't know if the restaurant generates any of its own lighting. It doesn't. Okay, not really. Actually, there's a tiny little bit in there, isn't there? Just around the base of the seating there. But no, we definitely need a bit of lighting in the habitat around the restaurant. And really, that's probably about it for inside. I don't want it to be too bright. You've got a bit coming out the building here and the shop. I'd do a little bit around here, I think. But I think the restaurant will be the main area to do it in. But how? That's the question. I like the idea of some green lighting. And do I want it? Let's have a look. That's not really doing a lot. I think it needs to be more pointed outwards than inwards, I would say. Which is not that easy. I'll tell you what, I could actually, let's just see if I can put them on these corner pieces and how that looks. Actually, that looks nice. Maybe I'll do that to start with. Okay, let's come out and have a look. Actually, that looks really nice. That lights the restaurant quite well. And then I think over here, maybe some nice blue lighting. If I can find the right spots. It's very tricky with the waterfalls. I do like the idea though, so I do want to try it. Don't mind having some lighting kind of right in the water like that. I like the idea of it. See, the problem is it's very hard to actually attach it. You have to You have to kind of start it out like this and then move it into position. Ooh. Why does that look doubled up? How bizarre. Actually, yeah, they would sort of do that a little bit. That's very strange. Just a little bit of lighting, I think, helps with that. Actually, I might just get one more down here somewhere. Just get it in there behind that plant. And then the other bit of lighting that I will do will be some of the hanging lights that I've used elsewhere. So I think, so these bits on here, I love these. So if I can take those two bits, so let's just bring them to here, and then I'll separate them. And then I just need to find something like this that makes it look like rope, or I mean there might actually be proper rope. No, there's not. I know there is some proper rope. I don't know why it doesn't come up under rope. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing, aren't I? That's why. Because there should be some longer bits of rope that I can use. I don't want LED rope, just normal rope. Here we go, 4 meters. That's what you want. Oh, hang on. That's what you want, and then I can use that. I can kind of maneuver that to where I want it inside the habitat. So I could have it kind of hanging up in the trees. Like that. Cool. Yeah, so I'll do that. I'll do that all around the habitat, I think, so it looks really nice. But that's going to wait for the next episode. So this is pretty much finished now, this habitat, which I'm very happy about. I'll maybe do a little bit more lighting, actually. Actually, yeah, I forgot this area. I'll do some lighting down in this bit as well. But I'll finish the lighting in the next episode. And then we will move on and think about what we're going to do over here with our flamingo habitat. But let's leave it there for now. So thank you very much for joining me. Please do let me know about the voice issue, the volume. Can you hear me clearly? Can you hear me loud enough? And if you have got any more thoughts, ideas, criticisms, suggestions, anything you want to say, please do let me know. And I will see you again very soon in the next episode, hopefully. Until then, do take care, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.